Reading and sifting through blockchain data just got a lot easier. Here's how. Following the recent release of OpenAI's ChatGPT plugin feature, at Chainstack, we wanted to give our own take on a Web3-enabled ChatGPT plugin. So what happens when you give ChatGPT direct access to building JSON RPC requests, or calling our Covalent integration SDK? This is the exact question that we set out to answer a few months ago when we started building the plugin. We wanted to give ChatGPT full access to Chainstack's Web3 infrastructure services and integrations. This means that with the power of this plugin, ChatGPT can now pull complicated and multifaceted data from the blockchain with nothing more than a simple question or a set of instructions. From finding all of the tokens that a wallet owns in Avalanche, or any EVM chain for that matter, to finding information about a specific block, or even estimating the amount of gas that a transaction will use. This plugin can do it and more. So in just 5 minutes, I'm going to go through all the functions that the plugin offers, as well as how you can install it and start using it today. So first, there's a few prerequisites that you'll need before you can start using the plugin. Number one, of course, is that you'll need ChatGPT Plus to access GPT-4. You can head over to GPT-4 up here and select Plugins Beta. Once you're here, you'll want to head down to the Plugins drop-down menu, scroll down, and click on Plugin Store. Now, the second prerequisite is that you have access to installing unverified plugins. Not everybody has this right now, and we're currently working on an official ChatGPT plugin store listing. But for now, while we're waiting on that, you can start using it today if you have access to installing unverified plugins. All right, so assuming that you have access to installing unverified plugins, you can click on this and head down to below this video, in which you'll find a link that you can copy and then paste into this box here. Then click Find Plugin. Click Continue and Install Plugin. So let's start by first asking it what it can do, and we'll kind of go step by step by the different functionalities available within the plugin. So we can say, what can the Chainstack plugin do? We have a huge variety of functionality here. Some is built in and some is up to ChatGPT to call itself. So some of the built-in functions that we have are things like fetching the latest block number, fetching account balance, fetching the base gas fee. The plugin can even scrape data directly from the Chainstack documentation so that you can learn more about Web3 infrastructure or Chainstack in general directly from the plugin. This is the JSON RPC access I mentioned earlier, in which ChatGPT has full reign over general read-only JSON RPC methods that it can send to a Chainstack RPC node. It can also do a handful of conversions, like hexadecimal to decimal, way to ether, and decimal to hexadecimal. It can resolve ENS addresses, and like I mentioned, it can also leverage the Chainstack Covalent integration SDK to do things like fetching token balances, fetching NFTs, transactions, and so on. All right, so let's jump into a kind of complicated example of using the plugin. Let's start with just getting the balance of one of my addresses. Let's ask it, what's the Ethereum balance of Tabasco Web3.eth? And the cool thing about ChatGPT is we can actually see the exact calls that it's making into the plugin. So you can see it's first resolving the ENS address, and it's making a built-in call to find the Ethereum balance of the address. So let's amp it up a little bit. Let's learn about the latest transaction that this wallet has sent. What's the latest transaction this wallet has sent? And here it actually already has the ENS name resolved. It remembers it from earlier. So it takes that address, puts it into a method on the Chainstack Covalent integration SDK, and gets a list of results that matches our query. So we can see the latest transaction is this large hash done on January 4th, 2023. So let's dive a little bit deeper and learn more about this hash. Let's just ask it, tell me more about this transaction hash. So now it's actually leveraging its ability to build custom read-only JSON RPC requests that go directly to an RPC node. It's chosen a method, in this case, get transaction by hash, and it's built out our parameters. It's also done some additional conversions here to make the result a little bit more readable. So it found a decent amount of details. It has the included block with the hash. It was sent from this address, sent to this address, the amount of ether that was transferred, the gas limit, gas price, and so on. So okay, this is pretty cool. We have some pretty detailed information about that transaction, but let's actually learn more about the block in which the transaction was included in. So let's ask it to tell me more about that block. So here, again, it's building its own JSON RPC call to ETH get block by hash. And it's given us another super detailed list of information about the block in which the latest transaction of my wallet was included in. Okay, so let's do something a little bit different now and actually learn about all the tokens that this address has. So let's just ask it, what tokens does Tabasco Web3.eth have? So it made a call to the Chainstack Covalent integration SDK. It found the amount of ether. We already found this earlier, but it's there. We found the liquid staked ether and wrapped ether. So clearly I don't have a lot of tokens here. So let's turn to NFTs. What NFTs do I have on this wallet? Let's ask it, what NFTs does the wallet have? And it's giving me my response now. So I have the set and merge NFT. I have 2 of them. It has given me the image, the external link, the contract address, the token ID, the name, even the description, and of course the ENS address that we've been using. And we can even click on the image itself here and see this is the set and merge NFT that I have on this account. So from this short showcase, what we've done is we found the balance of Tabasco Web3.eth, found the latest transaction that it sent, learned more about that transaction hash, learned more about the block that that transaction was included in, figured out what tokens that the wallet has, and figured out what NFTs the wallet has. What we went over today just scratches the surface of what's possible with the Chainstack ChatGPT plugin. From unlimited access to a huge number of JSON RPC calls to direct access to a number of covalent integration methods, the sky's the limit for the type of data and the amount of data that you can get through natural language through this ChatGPT plugin. If you'd like to learn more about the plugin, you can check out the thread link below this video. If you'd like to install it and you have access to unverified plugin installations, you can also look below this video to find the link that you can use to install it on ChatGPT. A follow-up to this will also be posted when we have official verification, so that if you unfortunately don't have unverified plugin installation access, you will be able to use it in a short while once OpenAI officially verifies it.